For this project, I chose the recipient of my letter to be Jimmy Gomez, as he is in a powerful political position of influence over a population that is most affected by the health disparity and social injustice that I chose to pursue. Dear United States Representative of California, Mr. Jimmy Gomez, I am writing to you to shed light on a horrific health disparity and social injustice currently affecting Native American girls, including those currently residing in the congressional district in which you are representing. Rape is becoming the largest staple in Native American culture for young girls. What is feeding this ever-growing trend is lack of accountability for the rapist. Some of the latest Department of Justice studies uncovered that 84% of Native American women experience violence, 56% experience sexual violence, and over 90% have experienced violence at the hands of a non-tribal member. This is an issue as tribal courts do not currently hold jurisdiction to prosecute citizens outside of their tribe. Note that non-Native American men commit the majority of assaults against Native American women. To make the picture more clear, specifically Native Americans are 2.5 times more likely to experience sexual assault and rape than any other ethnic group in the United States. And the Indian Law and Order Commission found that American Indian children suffer post-traumatic stress disorder, known as PTSD, at the same rates as veterans returning from combat duty in Afghanistan and Iraq. Is that how safe and innocent childhood should be described? As a woman who has volunteered to work with victims of sexual assault, I was disgustingly overwhelmed by the statistic that reputable studies proved over and over and over again. Underreporting due to cultural shame and other factors indicate that the recorded quantitative data should realistically reflect even higher values. Changes that yield effective legal consequence and raise healthy social awareness would alter rate of occurrence. A safety net of political policies that advocate safety and public education resources could be used as tools to protect these girls, and it would empower, not victimize. This is what current Native American communities are lacking in California and in other states. Aftermath of physical, mental, and emotional damage will not haunt broken girls suffering until they age into broken women if preventative measures are actively placed into action by reliable government agencies and trusted community outreach resources. Other individuals of the community affected by this decision include law enforcement agents such as police officers, probation officers, judges, and prison guards who interact with many runaway teenagers trying to escape violence of home life. High rates of sexual violence are closely interconnected with the likelihood of Native women going missing or being murdered. And on some reservations, they are murdered at more than 10 times the national average, according to the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women Resources and Information. Runaway youth are the main target for human trafficking, as they are the most vulnerable due to age and circumstance. This all translates into controllable, preventable deaths and violence in relation to poorly regulated sexual crimes, high morbidity rates, and lost children to human trafficking. Would you not agree that America serves a greater purpose than supplying the world's second largest criminal industry of human trafficking with sex slaves? Native American girls deserve to be introduced to more than court judges, jail cells, and adults who will traumatize them. Successful community resources that have supported sexual violence prevention include the Native American Women's Health Education Resource Center. The center even collaborated with designer Lucy Bonner to create What to Do When You're Raped. This is an easily accessible tool in the form of an illustrated guide that answers questions women need to address following a sexual assault. It covers topics such as emergency contraceptive, STD testing, and who to communicate with for support. The ABC Handbook was created in response to the fact that Native Americans are raped at a rate nearly double that any other race annually. Though this is a genius yet tragic resource, it acts as a band-aid solution. Effective results will only provide the political strength necessary to correct such a traumatizing injustice. In America, rape culture should not be a staple to being a Native American girl. This community has felt leaders have not attempted to acknowledge this problem, so they took matters into their own hands and united to create a voice using social media outlets such as Twitter. The hashtag #MeToo campaign caught fire recently. Similarly, Native Americans have been speaking out using the hashtag #NotInvisible as means to vocalize that they are silently suffering from violence. The voices, identity, dignity, and futures of Native American girls are being stripped and robbed by individuals who believe they will never be held accountable. You have the ability, resources, and position to activate change towards this currently immoral standard of injustice. Prove any individual who took advantage of these young girls wrong by saving the future of these women who matter. The fact that the ABCs of rape exists should be one of many red flags in a sea of red flags. This culture is reaching out for help, but they are uncertain if it will ever come or who it will ever come from. Social constructs, such as the voodoo mentality behind discussing occurrence of rape and why rapists choose to rape, needs to be corrected. By allowing social norms to cripple any efforts youth has at having access to preventative measures, such as healthy discussions about how to stay safe, why rape is not okay, and that it is never the victim's fault, is America's best shot at lowering this alarmingly high statistic for all American women, but specifically Native American girls. The complicated relationship between politics, public education, and healthcare must better address rape culture, sexual violence, and human trafficking prevention. New political policies can help untangle the complicated relationship between California politics and tribal politics. New political policies can help fill the void that is allowing injustice to occur and victims to fall through the cracks of current legal systems. You have the ability, credentials, education, and experience to have your team analyze current legal systems and take action to improve them. Other beneficial collaborations that should take place in this community include placing human trafficking prevention specialists to analyze the disproportionately affected population and design community preventative methods. Other solutions include, but are not limited to, providing a sexual abuse and assault hotline and advertising free rape kit assessments at local medical facilities. Although the hospital and law enforcement allow the hospital and law enforcement to provide safe transportation in these cases, as most victims are not able to drive themselves to safe locations, such as battered women's shelters or hospitals, due to their age or mental status when the crime has occurred. This will help provide effective and realistic access to healthy solutions that will save lives and accurately report crime. California currently holds one of the largest recorded populations of indigenous people. For this reason, as the United States representative of California's 34th congressional district in Los Angeles as a Los Angeles resident, you have the professional ability to implement the most change. I am hoping through your effective actions and leadership, other states such as Arizona, Texas, Oklahoma, Oregon, and North Carolina will be inspired by the results. I hope they will be so inspired that they follow your actions in analyzing current political policies and community resources for areas of improvement to help save their culture by divorcing rape and sexual violence as part of their culture. One resource beneficial to collaborate with in Los Angeles includes the City of Los Angeles Domestic Violence Awareness Initiative, Stop Abuse from Existing, also known as SAFE. This organization specializes in prevention of sexual abuse and assault. They partner with law enforcement to achieve their mission. They are well aware of community needs, and they are a reliable organization that will be able to help initiate change in the community, as they are already a trusted part of the community. Also, the tribal state programs, part of the Center for Families, Children, and the courts, assist with legal services and would also be beneficial to collaborate with and to turn to for partnership and guidance when tackling this larger than life problem. As an individual who has volunteered to help prevent human trafficking and help prevent sex slavery since 2013, I am more than willing to do anything I can to help these innocent girls who are carrying the weight of social injustice every day. As conditions of inequality grow, I hope that with the help of leaders such as yourself and citizens such as myself, we can grow to conquer them. Thank you for your time, and I'm sorry, classmates, that this recording took so long.